The fashion world is a mess. Luxury is dying, or it's already dead. Fashion has been dead for a while now, in my humble opinion. But now, of course, there is a recession. There's a recession not just in terms of economy, but also morals, the standing of the world. Where are we right now? Well, politically speaking, we're in a point where, you gotta find a scapegoat. So now the scapegoat is the 0.0001% of transgender people out there. DEI. You're like, what are we talking about here? These are the culprits for the economy? Girl, wake up and smell the coffee. But now fashion is adapting to that as well, so it seems. And the newest reports from Paris Fashion Week and New York Fashion Week are stating that inclusivity, body positivity, all dying down. Apparently, those few percentages in the double digits sometimes even of models being hired that were plus size. And by plus size, I mean normal looking, not looking like they're gonna faint because they can't carry their weight anymore. That's how skinny they are. We're talking women that look healthy, considered plus size in the fashion world. Well, the amount of models being booked has drastically been reduced. In this new climate, in this new world we're living in. And so this is a problem. People are complaining. Now, the brands are coming back saying, well, hold on a minute. We are living in a world where getting skinny is being normalized again. Most importantly, due to Ozempic, due to this drug that is that should be used for diabetes or against diabetes, is now used for, well, it's used for getting skinny. And some people have even used it so much to the point where they got sick because they got so skinny from it, like their vital function stopped working. Now, I'm no doctor, so I'm not going to get into the details, and everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. By the way, we're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so please subscribe. Do me the favor. Thank you so much. We're almost there, and thank you everybody who has been subscribing thus far. It's been an amazing roller coaster ride. Thank you so much, and thumb up the video. So the brands are saying, well, our customers are losing weight. So our customers are the ones who are dictating smaller shapes. So we are manufacturing bigger samples for the runway because the people want smaller sizes. Because the people are not, our customers are taking Ozempic and they're no longer purchasing and ordering the bigger sizes. The fashion brands are also saying that they had a huge issue just this past year because their customers, the big spending customers that pre-order the collections in a certain size, they said when they pre-order the collection, because you know how it is, a collection hits, we're talking prêt-à-porter, not haute couture. If the collection is shown today, it will hit stores in about 6 months. So customers order the clothes in a specific size, then went on Ozempic, and in 6 months, they lost a ton of weight. So by the time the clothes arrived, they were too big. Huge amount of returns, of cancellations. I mean, the fashion industry was really in trouble. Could you imagine the amount that they had to try to sell somewhere else, and, well, sell where? Also, a lot of these very, very rich ladies that have huge wardrobes that have started taking Ozempic and lost a ton of weight, they don't really fit in the huge wardrobes that they have anymore. This is why, coincidentally, you're going to find on pre-loved secondhand websites and shops a ton of clothes in bigger sizes at the moment because they don't wear them anymore. They're buying the tiny stuff now. So for us heifas, it's a great opportunity to go out there and get the bigger sizes because yours truly is not on Ozempic, okay? If anything, I'm gaining weight. So I definitely need the bigger sizes. So I say more power to me on getting the vintage and getting the used stuff for cheaper, because if the bigger sizes are going to overflood the pre-loved market, I'm all for it. But back to the models and back to the situation we're at right now, where body positivity takes a back seat as fashion houses pick skinnier models. And this is a mess. Now, BBC here is reporting around 2020, progress started to slow, because before 2020, body positivity was a trend, and more brands were hiring healthier looking models and plus size models. And come the autumn and winter of 2024, of the 8,800 looks across 230 shows, just 0.8% were on plus size models, as reported by Vogue. Celebrities including Elon Musk, I love how they call him a celebrity, and they're not calling him the president. Okay. Celebrities including Elon started crediting the drug for their newly slim frame, and it was only a matter of time before that trickled down to consumers. As Ozempic and its counterparts became more commercially available for aesthetic purposes, industry insiders claim it has affected the body positivity movement. A former model, Moya, said, "We've seen how quickly the narrative shifted, with celebrities and influencers using surgeries or medication like Ozempic to chase what's considered in vogue." Another model, Jenny, said, "When I realized skinny was back, it was positive because I was going to get more jobs. But I've realized it means now I have to keep up. Now I have to be the skinniest." Even the editorial director of British Vogue said that the fashion industry should be concerned by a recent trend back to using more skinny models. Chioma Nadi told BBC Radio 4's Today program, "I do think maybe perhaps Ozempic has something to do with it. We're in this moment where we're seeing the pendulum sort of swing back to skinny being in. And often these things are treated like a trend, and we don't want them to be." I mean, with the rise of Ozempic, so many people are using it over the last few years. Celebrities just lost weight and didn't talk about it. And then there's a problem of what BBC says is elitism, and how Paris always celebrates elitism. I have to say allegedly. Fast forward to January, when men's autumn-winter 2025 Fashion Week lands in Paris, and audiences get a litmus test in real time of exactly where brands stand. Aside from a selection of designers, including Rick Owens, LGN, and Charles Jeffrey, Loverboy, I can count on two hands how many plus-sized models I saw at a week of shows. Nan Lee said Paris celebrates elitism, and elitism means skinny and white. There's a handful of plus-sized models at the shows, but they're not really plus, they're normal-sized. They are cast in every show to make the brand appear body positive. Brands adopted body positivity in the 2010s because in part they saw it as a commercial opportunity. And when they saw it was no longer performing as they would hope, in 2020, they hopped off. Amidst the hustle and bustle of Fashion Week, Sean Bayen, casting director for iconic French brand Fursac, told the BBC the only motivation for a brand is to sell clothes. That's it. I don't think we need to lie about this. Bayen added, "Full transparency. I don't really want to see clothes on someone like me. I want to see it on somebody I aspire to look like." Gauthier Borsarello, Fursac's creative director, laughed in agreement and said, "I hate my body. I don't want to see clothes on people like me." So I guess to the elitism, we can also add self-loathing, dysphoria, dysfunction. You really got to hate yourself a lot to say something like that, don't you? Interesting. On the other hand, designers like Charles Jeffrey believe brands have a moral imperative to cast inclusively. Body positivity was never a trend for me, he said. It was an opportunity to start being responsible. The designer explained, the people in my shows are people I was clubbing with. It was never about models. It was my friends and their different body shapes. It was about the community I surrounded myself with. So body positivity is now taking a back seat. It seems the reality is that designers like Charles are the exception to the rule as much as activists resist it. Industry insiders confirm that body positivity is behind us. It's over. Daniel Mitchell-Jones, co-founder of modeling agency Chapter Management, said, yes, things have shifted. In 2020 and 2021, we saw so much more diversity and inclusion on the runways. But body-wise, that's taken a backseat now. Daniel said when he sends his curve models to castings, they're always pushed, but it's often told the brand isn't interested this season. Plus-size model Enrica told the BBC that not only are plus-size models being booked less, their agents are actively struggling to secure work for them. And she explained really interestingly, she said, it's not unusual to see campaigns featuring 4 sample-size models and only 1 plus-size model. This can make you feel like you're just a token. Enrica said these brands sometimes often use tactics, and this was, you guys, and I'm very shrewd in analyzing this shit, but they managed to even trick me. Listen to what this was like my brain went, how they manipulate us. Listen to this. Enrica said, these brands sometimes often use tactics in campaigns to virtue signal being inclusive, such as highlighting stretch marks on plus-sized models while airbrushing them off on other models. She said it sends the message that we don't actually think you look as good as the slim models in our skirt, but we accept you because we are such kind-hearted good people. So please give us your hard-earned money. It's nasty work, and I don't support it, she says. The article goes on, but it's just so disgusting. And, you know, at the end of the day, like we said in other videos, I mean, really, don't think for a second that these brands give 2 shits about you. They don't. Oh, we're all a family. Oh, you're invited to the family. You're invited to a special event. Come see the pre-collection. We love you so much. You're so special to us. Call a spade a spade. You want my money, bitch. Okay. So, I guess the only voice I have is my money. Well, let me tell you something. Oompa Loompa. 2 could play the elitist game. My elitist game is called My Money is My Elite. Every single dollar in my wallet, those are my followers of my Dacob cult, the Day cult. Those dollars are my elite. Okay? So you brand, Oompa Loompa brand, you're not a part of my elite little cult. Okay? Because my little dollars that are swimming around in my wallet for me, that are there working for me, that are there in my cult, they don't want to leave my cult. They are staying with me. And we are a very elitist little cult. So my little dollars are not going to bounce off into your cult. So you see, 2 can play this elitist game. Cash, baby. It's the money, baby. Money talks in this world. So, you don't give them your money? Oh, they're going to start crying. They're going to come back to you and say, well, we miss you. We haven't seen you in a while. Oh, really? You miss me? Oh, interesting, because I don't miss you. Because you see, you miss me because you miss my money. I don't miss you because I realize that you have nothing to offer me. Nothing. So why should I miss something that has nothing to offer me? You said we were family, and yet I feel no feeling, compassion, empathy from you towards me. So what sort of family is this? You call me up only when you need some cash? No, sorry. I think I'm going to have to cut you off for your own good. I'm going to assume the side of the parent now. I'm going to be that parent that's going to teach their kid, you, the brand, to survive on your own. I am cutting you off for your own good. I'm cutting you off for your own good. In other words, in the words of Bernard Arnault from LVMH, I am promoting you outward. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below and subscribe. Let's get to 100,000 subbies as soon as possible because, we're moving fast, but it's been 10 years that we've been here already for 10 years. So let our hoe grow a little. Love you loads. Take care. Bye. Thumb up the video.